In the last video, I looked at the Nintendo 64 and talked about whether it's still fun. In this video, I'll be looking at the Wii U, which was the biggest failure for Nintendo since the Virtual Boy back in 1995. But it's such a disappointment that the Wii U failed because it had some great games. But its confusion regarding the name and its advertisements should have already been enough proof that the system wasn't going to sell well to begin with. The console's main features aren't too impressive now, with 32 gigabytes of internal storage, HD graphics, and backwards compatibility with Wii games and accessories. But there's another model of the Wii U that is white, but it's completely worse than the black one because of its storage capacity of 8 gigabytes, which you could barely hold anything with. If you actually look at the system itself, you'll notice it looks very similar to the Nintendo Wii. The only difference is that the system is more curved and is a lot longer than. But the Wii U's main selling point wasn't about the console's design. It was about its controller, the Wii U Gamepad. The Wii U Gamepad is a large but very comfortable controller. It has 2 analog sticks on each side of the controller, a D-pad, an NFC reader for Amiibo, a home button, A, B, X, Y buttons, start and select buttons, L and R buttons, ZL and ZR buttons, a camera which wasn't used in too many games on the system, but it was there and was used in a few games. You also have a touch screen that also wasn't used too much, and finally you have a headphone jack, a power button, and a TV button. Here's a little fun fact for you. The Wii U Gamepad can turn into a fully functional TV remote. It's a unique feature that doesn't get brought up a whole lot now, and that's a little upsetting. But moving off the controllers, let's go over the games because this is where the Wii U shines. The Wii U has some pretty great games that were totally worth buying the entire system for when it was still big. New Super Mario Bros. U is a fun multiplayer platformer that is still enjoyable to play, even if the rest of the series isn't all too different, but Super Mario 3D World is great if you're tired of the new Super Mario Bros. Games. While Mario Kart 8 and Super Smash Bros. For Wii U are ultimately the best party games on the system along with Nintendo Land, which was a launch title for the system in November 2012. Super Mario Maker introduced the ability to make 2D Mario levels to the series, and Splatoon was a neat new IP for Nintendo to come up with that I unfortunately never owned, along with Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. But my personal favorite Wii U game has to be NES Remix Pack, which is a collection of NES games where you have to complete specific missions for the game you're in, and it's super cool. And The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker HD is also a really great Zelda game that I really need to complete soon. But even though the Wii U had some great games, most of its highlights have either been ported to the Nintendo Switch with significant improvements or just got sequels that almost gives you no reason to return. I know I said a moment ago that the games made the Wii U worth buying for when it was big, but with its improved ports or sequels on the Nintendo Switch, you'd be better off getting the Switch versions since they offer more content, whether it would be new difficulty modes, new characters, new levels, or new game modes. But now let's change the topic from games to the software, and I'll keep it brief here. Mii Maker is just like the Mii channel where you can make your own Mii avatars. The Wii menu is where you can go to play Wii games. The daily log is where you can see how long you spent in games and applications. Wii U Chat is where you can talk to your friends on video chat. The friends list is where you can see your friends and see what games they're playing. Miiverse was a place where you can talk to other gamers about Wii U and 3DS games, but is now sadly discontinued. Nintendo eShop is where you can buy and download games and other applications. The Internet Browser lets you browse the internet on the Wii U. The notifications is exactly what it sounds like, and download management is where you can go to check progress on downloads. In my opinion, the Wii U is still a great system that unfortunately never got the respect it deserved when it was still big due to the confusion regarding its name and marketing. But I still use my Wii U only to play a few games that isn't available yet on the Switch except for Breath of the Wild. But in the end, while the Wii U is forgotten and all of its major games got ports or sequels on the Switch, the Wii U still deserves credit for being the system to introduce these games. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know in the comments what you thought of the video and what you guys think of the Wii U, and have an awesome day.